when you allow all of you to come forward, not only in your life, but also in your business, everything changes. So the reason I started my business in 2016 was because I was running a wellbeing project at work. So I've got a background in psychology, I did a psych degree, I did further study in positive psychology, and I was asked to run this wellbeing project at work. And as part of this wellbeing project, I was travelling around the different offices and teaching mindfulness, teaching meditation to employees. And this was amazing. This had an incredible effect on the business. And in many of the sessions, people approached me and said, would I record meditations for them and they would pay me because I was so good at it, and they loved the sound of my voice, they found my voice really relaxing, and if I could record meditations, they would pay me to do this outside of work. So this was absolutely the right thing to do because I was responding to what people wanted and what lit me up. And this led to me running a business as a mindfulness teacher. And I did a mindfulness teacher training, and I went off and started teaching mindfulness courses, running mindfulness workshops in all different hosts of organisations. And that was great. Mindfulness was a big buzzword at the time, so that was great. However, I knew deeply that mindfulness was just part of the puzzle. It was part of the things that had helped me, and it wasn't me being fully my authentic self by just being a mindfulness teacher. I knew that at my core. I'd had an awakening, I was working with energy, I was working with psychology, I was working with strengths, but I wasn't talking about any of those things because I didn't know how to. I just thought, well, I'm a mindfulness teacher, that's what people know, so I have to stick with that. And that alone was not enough, as well as the fact that I didn't really know what I know now about business. And I didn't have a successful mindfulness business. And I didn't know what was happening. So I hired a business coach. And when I just laid all of me on the table and said, here's all my qualifications and my skills, and I've done this and this science thing, this spiritual thing, she was like, whoa, calm down, just focus on one thing. And I was like, oh, okay, so I need to continue being a mindfulness teacher. And she was like, yes, that's the thing you're good at, so you should continue that, like, stop talking about all this other stuff. And I listened, and that was one of the biggest mistakes I'd made, because what I believe her actual intentions were for me to niche down, but not niche down in terms of my product or my modality, but niche down in terms of the person that I was serving, so I could talk to them directly. This was a huge lesson for me. And then thankfully I found a coach who was very similar to the work that I do now, and she was like, why are you not sharing all this spiritual stuff? Why are you not sharing that you do energy work? Like, this is your magic, you need to share all of this, why are you not sharing it? And I was like, oh my gosh, I found my person. And I started to share all of me, and this was when I launched my Shine Academy program, and everything from there on was just amazing because I brought my full self to the table. And I did need to niche down a bit in terms of my ideal client, but actually the way I found my ideal client, the way I found the people that I was meant to help, was by bringing more of me to the table. Then people resonated with me. So when we hear these, you know, we know in our soul when someone goes, oh, that's too much. Like, your soul knows. Like, I knew in that moment in my soul where I was like, that's not too much, that's magical, this is how I need to help other people. So when we bring all of ourselves to the table, and now I'm just like, yeah, I've got a background in science and corporate and neuroscience, and I'm super fucking spiritual, and I bring spirituality and science to the table. I bring energy work to the table. Like, I talk about new age stuff, I talk about God. Like, it's all of it. It's not one or the other. It's not separation. It's not duality. It's all of it. And by bringing all of us to the table is actually how we niche down and how we talk to the right people, because people then resonate with who you are. So you start to get lit up as fuck because you're doing your aligned work, and people love it, and they come to you because they resonate with what you're saying. And this also weeds out the weeds from the flowers, right? And I don't mean that in like a judgmental or derogatory way, but the people that aren't meant to work with you, they won't resonate with your message, and they'll leave your world. And this is simply it. And this is the same in relationships. It's the same in business, same in relationships, same in life, same with friendships, same with everything. So I hope this has helped someone today. Let me know in comments what resonates and what you could do to share more of you.